scholars, sometimes it is crazy to be right. We as gamers, we know what we want, we know what we don't want. And for the past couple years, we've gotten smarter. Not a lot of us, but there's a sizable chunk of the gaming market that has gotten smarter. Now, when you start being disrespected by a billion-dollar company, you stop caring about their product, you stop supporting them, and it really shows when they try to crank out another cash grab live service game, and you're like, no, you don't respect your live service game you already attend to. And so what we have here is Marathon is already not looking good based off the alpha. First off, a lot of people were having issues even getting into the alpha, not because necessarily just the codes, but people were being revoked on their codes, which is kind of funny. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. We'll get to all this in just a moment. I'm trying to find the funnies. It is funny when the same thing happens in Marathon. The please one moment. It's almost like we've never left. And it's funny. People thought that this game was going to be an improvement from Destiny. And yes, it's an alpha. Let's not act like this is not going to happen on the launch day. Let's not act like the fact that Marathon is also on the Tiger engine, that we're not going to have the same issues as Destiny, because we absolutely will. Nothing changes. I also had PTSD while playing. It was saying contacting Marathon servers. So let's just jump into it. How did it do? Well, I have my own tweet. Here we have Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. This is Twitch, by the way, Twitch. 204 viewers, 204K viewers. Old game that was remastered, single player. New IP. Marathon, 139K. Doesn't look good. This is Twitch, and Twitch is notoriously the main beacon of where people get they get their views. Yes, YouTube has it, but if you check the YouTube, it wasn't that much. It was almost very little. Oh, that's magic. Wrong thing. I have so many tabs, it's not even funny. It's bad. It's real bad. And just so we can be clear at the bigger picture of like, how is the free market deciding? By the way, if you think 139K views, like the people watching, is good, it's not. For a new IP, and yes, Marathon's not a new IP, but the game itself is new. If you think this is good, here we have an all-time peak. This is whenever they did the reveal, right? This is the reveal on Twitch. And today, this is the all-time high. People who are watching it versus people who came back to watch it again. On Twitch. I'm going to say that that's not good. This is like Destiny level drop off. Like if we look at Destiny stats, this is the peak and this is where you're at. The market decides the value of a product. And it's not just me, right? We go down the line. We even have an issue where something we didn't realize was going to happen, but Bungie decided, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to implement magnetism in Marathon. That's right. How do you expect people to take your game seriously if you just put on aimbot in the game and turn it on by default? Marathon is dead on arrival if they don't remove this. Yeah, there's aim assist on mouse and keyboard.
To just remove the mouse aim assist shit, the magnetism, they just need to throw that out. I get that they're trying to balance between consoles and PCs and stuff for crossplay, but it's only going to ruin the PC part of the game. You're basically trying to like help PC be balanced against console, but you're just watering down PC. You're making PC and mouse and keyboard players basically feel like shit because you're like, hey, here's an aim magnetism to help you fight controllers. PC players and mouse and keyboard players would rather just improve their mechanics on mouse and keyboard than have an assist. And they would rather take the loss against a controller player than have an assist to try to balance it. I think that's really weird, and I think they should just remove it.
I'm going to say right now, I don't even think it's this. I don't even think this is the argument. Controller gets AA to help with ease of use and create less of a disparity between M and K players. People complain AA is too strong. Solution: make controller AA weaker. Give MK AA. Will this not just end up in an endless input AA upscaling war? And that's the problem. What is funny is that this was advertised, oh, this is an extraction shooter finally for the console players, but it's crossplay. So unless you give people the ability to turn that shit off on crossplay, no one on console is going to have a good time, because you not only do you have M and K players who have aim assist, like literal aimbot, they're going to be able to 360 no scope movement like it's nothing. You're actively going to kill your game before it even launches. It is hilarious. And then people are upset, like, no, I want aim assist. I'll go separate. I think you should never have mixed input lobbies. Problem solved. I would agree. It is insane. I bet these people had fun. I just want to see the, oh my, no shot. I've seen aimbot like videos. This is aimbot. Bro, this is an alpha. Cope is wild. They've been making this game for 6 years, apparently. It doesn't take a game being complete for them to understand M and K assist should never be a thing. Why are people defending M and K and magnetism? What's next? Movement assist? How much more skill expression is going to be removed? What else do people need assist-wise? Let's add grenade assist next. If a grenade lands within 3 meters of someone, it automatically sticks to them. What do you think an alpha is, bro? You are the test subject. They're seeing what people think of it. It probably won't be auto-turned on when the game actually drops. This isn't an alpha. It's been in development for 6 years, and that is such a huge thing. People are fucking stupid. You shouldn't be waiting 5 months to tune your game. It should be what it is. The game itself should complete. It should be fine edging. Like, you have the sword blade done. Now you're just kind of sharpening the edges, make sure it's mint condition. This is why mixing inputs for cosplay is dumb. Full stop IBM or nothing at this point. I don't want to do anything with controller. Bulletin magnets is a thing in Destiny 2 as well, and people like it there. And those people have brain rot. What a joke. Complains about roller, then cries about leveling the field. Leveling the field isn't giving NK an aimbot. Leveling in the field is nerfing RAA. It's hilarious. They did this intentionally so that the indies, I told you guys, I asked you, who is this game for? It is for the most casual brain rot players, so that they don't even have to put effort. You've got people who you never die, because if you go down, you can get picked up. And if you die, you just get rezzed. It is made literally for babies. They made this so that everyone they remove proc chat. This game is made for babies. That's what this is. This is a $40 cash grab for babies. This is Roblox. No, Roblox has proc chat. I played Roblox first-person shooter games that have more like difficulty and challenge than this. Holy crap, dude. I'm hearing that my gut reaction to Marathon looking slow, clunky, and missing that special something, thus needing more than 5 months to cook, was right on the money. I can only hope that this is some big brain 4,000 IQ play for Bungie to gather data and build a case to Sony that the game needs to be delayed. GTA be damned. When does Sony force Bungie to sell their IPs and fully make them a support studio? It wouldn't be Bungie they'd try to stop. It would be Jason or Pete. I don't believe Bungie proper owns any of its IPs. More like they license it, lots of companies for this tax. Games used to go gold months before release. Never hear about games doing that anymore. I've seen it a few times. They're still there. It's a mystery, truly. Nah, I just assume I like most people didn't get in because my RNG sucks. Let's see. T-Storm. I have barely fought any players so far. It's been looting and extracting with very little fighting. Bro, I don't know. We're fighting 2 to 3 teams every raid. Yeah, no, it's too many fights like goodness. So are the maps too big or are the players just avoiding each other? I think the map size is fine. This shit looks ass. Exactly my size of maps is decent, but somehow you feel like there's not enough of the runners around. Seems very boring. Seems like one PvE enemy every few minutes. One PvE enemy every round. And the majority of the time you spent menu grabbing loot that isn't anything special. This is coming from someone who has been watching a stream for 5 hours or so. Not enough PvP. I have the exact opposite problem. Fully kitted teams constantly even off spawn. Like, what the fuck? Every 50-50. I mean, yeah, this is just the view of stuff I've been collecting. Someone commented, Marathon could have just been a Gambit rework in Destiny, and I'm still thinking about it. That it's absolutely should have been assets already built with lore and connection to Bungie elite positions and FPS. It was an astronomical mistake whose resources should have been better spent. The devs don't believe in it. They are Guardians in Tarkov Light. Slade and D2 trust. I mean, yeah, the fact that it should have been Gambit rework, the true Gambit Prime. What are we thinking of Marathon gameplay? Looks like the only requirements needed is a PC running Windows 95 and a dial-up connection. Are we really moving backwards in gameplay innovation? Yeah, that looks about right. Isn't this just Apex Legend? Like, why are we kidding ourselves? It's okay, I enjoy fighting, but even if you W key spawn points, there really is not a lot of action. I won most of my fights today, but found myself getting bored between fights. I mean, when you get free aimbot, yeah, not enough stamina. Looting is a bit slow. It seems to be torn between being fast-paced or slow. Great visuals, but game seems not know where it wants to be fully. Again, doesn't know. High contrast Apex, no thanks. I haven't played it, so I can't quite speak on it. However, it looks boring, to be honest. I hope that's not the case, but it just doesn't look exciting. Apex Legends wants their game back. Apex Legends 3D, dead on arrival. I want to play so bad. This reminds me of that one scrap Sega multiplayer game, Hyenas. Hard to say. Lockdown Protocol update is unbelievable. No thanks, bro. All right, then we have Glad, which does give like a pretty generous take. I want to be honest and real for a minute. The whole Bungie Marathon Destiny situation is so weird to me. It doesn't make sense in my brain. You have Bungie making the most successful sci-fi live service looter shooter of all time over the last 10 years. They were already known for Halo, and Destiny took it to the next level. Destiny starts to fatigue. Development starts to become lazy and stale. Bungie fucking owns the live service shooter market with basically no competition. So there's no reason to change because it sells. Yeah, it definitely sells. Yep. Destiny but as things remain stale for Destiny, there's a huge window open in the market. A Destiny 3 fresh start would be the greatest gift to the community. A community that is far beyond cult following. I keep telling people about the cult of Destiny. It would have plunged life back into the franchise. D2 just cannot hang on forever. By the way, before we continue on, I say I agree. I think Marathon should have never existed. D3 could have been the reset that they needed. If they stop worrying about all the stupid ass side projects and they focus on getting their studio back on their feet, they could have reset the Destiny storyline. They could have brought, because a lot of the biggest issues that people have is one, not all the lore's in the game. And two, it's very, very like, I'll give a perfect example. I want to get into No Man's Sky, but there is so much content in No Man's Sky. It feels overwhelming. Like, where do I start? There's so much to do. What do I even do? I don't even know if I want to try to play that game because there's so much content. And that a lot of people feel that way with how much content you pay and invest into it. And then you're like, well, what if I get lost? Or what if I don't have friends? Like, there's a lot of content that requires people. As a new player who's never been in Destiny, it is very overwhelming. And it is a gate that's been holding people back for a long time. But D3 could remove that gate. It's a new game. It's a new story. Yes, people are going to bitch about losing their weapons. Get over it. Call of Duty does it and they're successful. Though, let's be honest. A D3, if it was a reset and it was done well, done right, and I think all the resources that went into Marathon, if it was put into Destiny 3, we would have had better success. And I feel like the struggle and the suffering and the pain points that Destiny went through the past several years would have not been nearly as bad as it was if they had all those extra people working on it. So instead, they canceled D3 and launched a brand new game. It's not even PvP like Halo. It's not Destiny like. It's an extraction shooter. Kind of weird genre, in my opinion. You have all these Bungie Destiny fans that want to like Marathon, but the truth is there's little crossover between Destiny players and extraction shooter players. It exists, but it's not what many would want, which we can obviously see just by the viewership. Did I keep it up? I think I did. Nope. I mean, yeah, I mean, just the Elder Scrolls and then Marathon. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this was with 24 hours. Even Destiny at its height was more players that were more interested in an expansion. Then you have Marathon. This, yeah, and I know one's players playing the game, and this is viewers. But it's free to watch, and a lot of people don't even want to watch it. Destiny players want Marathon to succeed so Bungie can succeed. I don't think so. I'm going to be honest. I think a lot of the people that left and have not come back do not want Marathon to succeed. I think the people in the market want Bungie to suffer for making them suffer. And I've seen more and more of this mentality of they want Bungie to fail because of the crap that Bungie's put them through. And therefore push resources back into Destiny and have Destiny succeed. As for Marathon right now, it doesn't look like it's revolutionizing the video game world or anything. Kind of gives off been there, done that extraction shooter vibes. I know it's early, things could change, but these are my early impressions. So the whole thing just kind of confuses me a bit. I don't know. I just feel like a game winning ball was dropped hard. This isn't a hate post. I wish Marathon succeeds, at least at the minimum, selfishly, so that Destiny continues to get more love. LOL. This is more of a, these are my shower thoughts. Take care. I thought about this recently, and there's a major reason why Bungie is struggling to refresh Destiny 2 or create Destiny 3. The reason is simply microtransactions. D2 players loathe the idea of losing their weapons and armor as it is. Now imagine they lost the precious skins that they spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on. There's no way Bungie can honor all that money spent. So they're stuck on this treadmill while continuing to trick the player base into dress up simulator, knows if they'll ever rip off the band-aid. Yeah, like the Star Wars that people keep brain dead buying. Aim assist on PC will make the PC crowd that uses controller, which is a lot, drop the game. Console players will turn off crossplay and then ostracize the PC population. Input matchmaking has got to be the only way. Then give M&K support to console or remove mouse aim assist. TTK is way too short to have that. Dude, you've literally articulated my exact pain points perfectly. Destiny is a once in a fucking lifetime game. I understand why they don't want all their eggs in one basket, but Destiny 3, with all the hype marketing, with a fresh start, could do wonders. People were getting excited about the trailer release or the preview of dual wielding and Destiny Rising. People were stoked for that. So they could literally remake the game and people would buy it. The target audience is people who love extraction shooters but are looking for more casual iterations and console support. And honestly, a D3 would have been pretty stale at this point. They played, bro. No one is excited for Marathon. People were more excited for a old game that was remastered that's a single player. More people were excited. And what's sad is this one, you had to have a code to play. People could actually buy this, and you have Xbox, it's free to play on Game Pass. So more people have an opportunity to actually play this, but more people are actually watching the gameplay versus the game that not many people have access to play. So less people are even watching it. The free market determines the value of a video game, and they have casted their decision on Marathon. You care more than the big heads that are still at Bungie, and that all that cares is the clock ticking, so when the time is up, they can split with a huge bag of money and fuck off into the sunset. It's been years since they stopped caring, and it's sad. It was the greatest while it lasted. Let's see, we got Jake. Grenadier Jake, for the first 8 hours I played Destiny 1, I disliked it. I got lost doing patrols. All the materials confused me. I almost gave up. But considering Marathon more than a couple hours before writing it off. To be fair, Destiny was your first MMO light type, yeah? The extraction genre isn't as deep mechanically, and folks with a lot of extraction experience can likely see the forest through the trees. Of course, you'll always have people that just auto-hate no matter what. Yeah, it was. And you're right, this is more angled toward the masses already making their premature decisions There are absolutely more select few who get an idea immediately. And I think, again, you have these content creators who ignore the fact that they're not including the fact that people have made the judgment based on Bungie alone. I mean, people are going to make their opinions based on the company and look at the gameplay. Like, you don't need to play the fucking game to come to a logical conclusion. 80% of the game is done. It's not like they're going to drastically change things in 5 months. And if they do, that is a fundamental issue with development. The difference is Marathon will be the same at 8 hours and 80 hours. It'll have a lot of hype at launch, big player numbers, but will die after about a month due to it being an extraction shooter and not being big enough to pull a niche player base from a niche genre. Also, are you of all people telling me you have faith in Bungie to properly balance this game as well as keep the casual players interested, which will need to survive? Thank you. Holy crap. It's insane that there's people with logic that are sounding off. How do we feel about Marathon? People are quick to judge, but only 50% of the game is shown. How do you know about what percentage of the game has been shown? Could be 10, could be 80. The problem is they have no chance to make a they have one chance to make a first impression. So far, it's not hitting with a lot of people. And that's the thing. It doesn't matter in 5 months if they do well. People are formulating an opinion right now. I don't know. They're selling you a game. The best thing they have to do is sell you your game 100% so that you decide to buy it. That way you lose people, and I doubt the game will be viral or attractive. Probably like 75%. Nothing I've seen has changed my mind about this dumpster fire of a game. This game will be what Sony completely will make Sony completely take over Bungie. Dead on arrival, basically Destiny 2 PvP on the same old outdated Tiger engine. Do better, folks. It's fine. I'm not the biggest fan of the genre to begin with, but I'm sure those that will like it a lot. Most of the people commenting haven't even played it. Again, shut the fuck up. You can literally see gameplay and come up to the conclusion. I don't understand people like, you haven't played it. Bitch, we have gameplay. I'm playing solo, and so far I love it. Okay. I don't know. Haven't played it yet. Still haven't got a code. All I can say is don't start a Marathon Tracker account. Concord. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when we're going to get the Concords. Bungie employee, just like one of my yeets, and then blocked me 3 minutes later. I think they scrolled through my profile and saw my Lodi Latinx self-insert post, LML. And that's what you're dealing with, Bungie. They're all, if you bundle their balls, they're all they're all over you. But the moment you don't stand by their side in a way that they like, boom, you're gone. Don't be shy, expose them. This reply is exactly why I'm not doing this, because our words would 100% start some mini harassment campaign. LML. Sounds about right. Yeets. Hello. One moment. Nothing changes. I also have PTSD while playing. It was saying contacting servers. Destiny Bulletin retweeting his post from Marathon Bulletin. I'm getting access denied after going to pass the screen when I received a code. Nothing ever happens. Obviously, we have Grums saying that he doesn't like it. Oblivion Oblivion just killed what little excitement there was, which he's not wrong. He's not wrong, which it's funny because Grums is already attacking this game. There's already drama about body type A or 1 and 2, and then the way females look. Like, people are already attacking this, but yet, even with that negative controversy going on, the negative toxicity, it is still doing better than the new game. And I think that's something that people are not wanting to address. Thoughts on the Marathon closed beta so far? Let's see what you have to say. If you didn't get selected, it's because of your PC specs, likely too high end. They're looking at anything else appear to allow. I don't think that's true, because there's a lot of streamers playing it, which is something else funny. I think almost every streamer got invited. I mean, this is what Shroud was the biggest streamer, and then Tim the Tatman played too, which is just funny that if you see it's all Destiny players on Marathon. Tell me how many of these people are actual like non-Destiny streamers? I see one, and then Lyric. I think he also does Escape from Tarkov, but not playing Marathon. Lucky Bot somewhere in there. Nico TV 19 Fallout Plays. I mean, if this doesn't tell you everything you need to know, if you were a Destiny streamer, you pretty much got access. And yet, even with all that, people fucking weren't watching. They were watching this. It is hilarious how bad it's done. I give the game 2 months tops. I don't know that having an early release was the play. Feels empty, not running into any players, just bots. Runs well, looks good, intense battles. Bota are a bit OP of damage. Lack of depth or any progression. It's basically the cycle remade of Heroes. I couldn't see myself playing it long or watching it much. So some positiveness, but also negatives. Doesn't like a game that's due to come out in 5 months. Wouldn't be shocked if it gets pushed back. I don't think they can. I think this is rushed because of Sony. The what? Continues playing Oblivion. Yes. Gunplay is pretty solid. Not sure I'm a fan of the movement. The sprint cooldown system feels bad, but that's mainly because the base character movement is extremely slow. Audio, very inconsistent, kept getting snuck up on by people running me down. Pretty much a TDM game more than an extraction shooter. Dying feels terrible. Impossible to get gear back. Probably why people TDM spam. Does MNK actually have aim assist? Yes, it does. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna type in marathon. Just see just see what's going on. Marathon. Plays marathon to get a break from Destiny. Runs out of vault space. I just can't get behind the fact that this looks like Roblox. I would trade marathon for a prize. I would trade marathon for a prize Wrath of Machine. Absolutely, I would. Straight off the bat in first impressions. Movement felt slow compared to Destiny, but felt more grounded like Halo. Gunplay felt tight, satisfying to hit shots on both AI. I mean, you have aim assist. Shields and health don't appear to have natural recharges, all done via items. On console, so looting felt as slow as a cursor. Okay, well, I want to know what PC literally has the aims. Worst part of Marathon so far is all the negative Nathans who haven't played the game screaming and telling me why I'm supposed to hate it. And I'm sorry, I don't care about Maddox. He's just another ball fondler of Bungie. What's that? Everything's negative. What's that? You don't think it looks good and you're voicing it and you're tired of people trying to fondle Bungie's balls and tell you it's good when it's not? Yep. My marathon impressions, very mixed, man. Pros, gunplay feels good. Aesthetics, yeah, I don't know about that sometimes. Sound design and peak. So much potential. Cons, map is very empty. Little enemy AI, little objective variety. Some players are spongy for no reason. I swear I can mag dump someone and they still won't die. Aesthetic is inconsistent. Interior looks god tier. Outside is so bland. Character abilities are so basic and safe. Kits are almost too bare bones. Having ultimates like wall hack as an extraction shooter just flat out sucks. Who would have thought? It is Apex Legends, but worse. Losing gear because you got wall hacked with one button. You got wall hacks and aimbot in this game. Just let that stick. Melee attachment to your heat meter, aka stamina bar. What? UI needs massive overhaul. Very confusing, vague, and cluttered. Being able to revive fully dead allies instantly is so dumb. Give it a cooldown or take their body somewhere to revive. Add more alien enemies. This is Marathon, man. Get the freaky stuff in there. Still worried about character customization. $40 for this game. Be a hard sell, man. We already have 2 or 3 maps and 4 or 6 ancients in alpha. Gonna get some more time and see if opinion changes, but not very wowed at the moment. There's no X factor. And I think that's a perfect place to end. Marathon doesn't look like Doom. Yeah, Doom looks hot. The future average. No way, Bungie. Yes, the future average marathon. Yep, this is it. Ball fondlers. Already got the mouth open and everything for the Glock 5000. It is so funny. It is funny to be... I think very about... Okay, this is old stuff. Yeah, all this is old stuff. It is just funny to see all this stuff happening and just to see that my video about the fall of Marathon was 100% true. Because it wasn't about what I thought and felt. It was about what the game market, the free market, had decided. And you cannot argue against stats and numbers. And we have the numbers. We have the views. If this game was hype, and let's be honest, people were watching Call of Duty Black Ops nonstop. They were playing it and they were watching it. If 139K on just Twitch and let's be generous and say there was the same 200K on YouTube. Let's be generous. Viewers, you're going to tell me that is exciting. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Now, there's always the chance that the weekend will change things. We'll see. But so far, based on the feedback of what people have seen, what people have played with, it doesn't look like it's complete. It looks bare bones. It is very niche, like I said it would be. People are realizing that this is still Destiny, like a Bungie product like Destiny. It's still on the Tiger engine, and now they took away prox chat and added aimbot for mouse, which I do agree with that one statement. The guy said this is going to alienate the PC players because everyone on console is going to disable crossplay, which I fucking would too. It is going to neuter and murder the player population. It is blatantly insulting that they took an extraction shooter and water it down into this Lego Minecraft. Okay, Minecraft's taking it too far. Lego, Roblox, Apex Legends. It has an identity crisis. It is crazy. I joked and said, was this for children? It actually might be. The fact that this has aimbot on PC might make it for children. We have legitimate aimbot and wall hacking, and it's okay. Which is funny. There's an actual game coming out that's based on cheating. Like, we've made it overly powered wall hacking and aimbot and stuff like that. And that's going to be a game that comes out. But I guess Marathon decided to beat that game to the punch, because here we go. I mean, yeah, you just can't beat data, man. You just cannot. By the way, as a counter argument for anyone that says, oh, it's not the weekend. Well, it's also not the weekend for Elder Scrolls 2, right? Oblivion, the remastered. This number could go up. I will be looking Saturday or definitely Friday for sure to see if numbers change. I don't know how long the beta is, but I will definitely keep track of the Elder Scrolls this weekend. I imagine we're going to see what the free market really thinks. Let me know what you think. If you watched gameplay, you watch people stream it, what did you think? What do you think are some pain points that are really going to hold the game back? Let me know down below. As always, game out.